Hey guys, I'm back in for another video. Today I'm going to be talking about web browsers. I'm going to tell you about the top 5 web browsers: Internet Explorer, Firefox, Opera, Google Chrome, and Apple Safari. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of each one, and I'm going to tell you what browser I use and what browser I recommend. So, let's get started. Our first browser we're going to talk about is Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer, as you know, it comes to default with Windows, and you get all your updates for Windows updates. It's standard with every version of Windows you buy. There's always going to be Internet Explorer, and you can always update it. But Internet Explorer has some problems to it. As you know, it is the most popular browser, so there is going to be some security issues. Because it is the most targeted browser, because it comes with Windows, and a lot of people don't know about other web browsers or don't feel the need to update. Let me show you Internet Explorer. You probably already know about it, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here. But I find it since I'm not used to it, it's pretty hard to use. But you can get used to it, I guess. I don't recommend it because of the security holes, and there are a lot better browsers. Okay. Our next browser we're going to talk about is Mozilla Firefox. It's open source. What does open source mean? Well, that means anybody can work on the browser. Like, the browser is made by a big community of people who do it in their own time with their own free will. This means, if there's a new feature, the community will add it, or if there's something that's a problem, it will be fixed by the community. There is different versions of Firefox. There's the basic Firefox, but there's also other custom-made versions. I don't know exactly off the top of my head what they are, but they're built off Mozilla and they act just like Firefox. If you search, you'll find them. I think Flock's one of them. I'm not sure. Extensions. Extensions are basically add-ons to the browser. What it's good for is you can customize the way you want, and also there are some extensions like NoScript and AdBlock Plus that make the browser more secure. So if you're really security conscious, Firefox can be one of the most secure browsers out there. As I said, it's very customizable. I'll show in a couple seconds why. And there's some cons to Firefox. Well, Firefox is a resource hog in the browsers. It uses a lot of memory. In today's computers, it's not going to be a problem, but if you're running like an older computer with, I would say about a gig or less, maybe more so 512 megabytes of RAM, you're going to run some problems if you start having multiple applications on, because it does like to use memory. Okay, I'm going to show you Firefox. This is Firefox, it has all these features. You go to Tools, you can go to Add-ons. These are all your extensions you can have. There's a whole bunch of them out there. Whatever you want to do with your browser, you can do it. I'm going to show you another cool thing. Firefox has personas, which basically are basically they're like skins for your browser. Nice little skins. It's a quick download. It does it real fast. You don't have to worry about anything, and you find one you like. It's cool. As you can see, I have an add-on right here for weather, and that's basically Firefox. You really have to get deep into it to figure out what you like with it. And one quick thing is, if you don't use extensions like NoScript or AdBlock, you're gonna have to worry about securities if you come to Firefox, because it is becoming the second most used browser out there, and it's starting to gain users very fast. Okay. All right, let's go over Opera. Well, the pro of Opera is it's a fast browser, and also it comes standard with a lot of features, and it's also secure because not a lot of people use Opera, and it's not a big target. But let's go over the cons. You see, Opera's not open source, so Opera themselves put in what features they think you'll like in their browser, and that's okay. But there's some features like built-in BitTorrent which really stink. And I mean, the problem is, if you want to use BitTorrent or some you just get a client, but Opera just adds them, man. There's no really way to get rid of them or change them, or. Also, it has a low user base, so like a couple weeks ago, you couldn't use your enter key if let's bring them up right now. If you want to search Google, like right here through the search box, you can use your enter key. It was a flaw in Google's code. It has a low user base, so no one can really. No one's gonna really. Google might not really care enough if there only has a couple thousand people saying about it. And it also has widgets. Widgets are, I believe, they're very pointless because they're essentially like the widgets that come with the Windows Vista sidebar, but in a browser, they're pretty much pointless. Here's Opera right here. It's fast and sleek. I recommend Opera if you don't have a lot of system resources, because it is fast, it doesn't use a lot of memory, and it's very secure. Alright, now let's go into Google Chrome. Well, it's fast, but it lacks robust features, and let's look at Google Chrome. This is Google Chrome. There's really nothing about Google Chrome. It has the most basic thing like Opera has, it's Google Chrome. I can't really say anything about it because, it's just, this is it. You can type stuff here and remember it, and it'll search Google like that, but still, it's Google Chrome. And do you really trust Google? I mean, they're a search company. Do you trust them? And I know about Safari installed on my machine, but let's go over the basics of it. Apple Safari has a privacy filter. What that means is you can browse the web without no one knowing what you visit it. I mean, sure, you can just look at your cookies website at the end, but still, if you want to browse the web without no one knowing whatever you did, like let's say you go to your bank website or something, Safari will do it. It comes through Apple software updates, so if you have like iTunes or QuickTime or whatever, if you have one of those products installed, you also get Safari through the update, which is nice. Well, the cons, if you use it on the Mac OS X itself, it's a very nice browser. But if you're on Windows, you're getting a port version, and because you use a lot of Apple's code, it's kind of insecure, You're trusting Apple. And with web browsers, I don't know. And it's too much like Internet Explorer for Windows users. I mean, if you're using Mac OS X, it's fine, but for Windows, there are a lot better alternatives out there. Alright, so if you wonder what browsers I recommend, well, I'm going to recommend two. The first one I'm going to recommend is Mozilla Firefox. If you have like the memory to run it, which is like 100 megabytes at like peak times, and also I recommend Opera if you have low system requirements. But if you can run Firefox, no problem. I recommend it. It's highly customizable. It's very nice, and I love it. And those are your browsers. I hope you enjoy my video.